Hi, welcome back to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. So I'm going to show you how to make teriyaki beef stir fry. That's teriyaki beef stir fry. And we're going to do all of this on the stove. Okay? Alright, so this is on the stove, guys. Alright, I'm going to adjust the camera and we're going to get started right away. Thanks. Okay, so I sliced up some carrots in the food processor. You can go over and watch that video and see how I did that. Alright, so we're on the stove, guys. Okay, so I have the frying pan here. I'm gonna put about, let's see, okay, that's about a cup of water. We're gonna start with the carrots because the carrots take longer to get tender than other vegetables. So we're gonna let that cook down for about maybe 7 minutes. And then once that starts getting a little soft, not soft, okay, then we're gonna incorporate the other vegetables. Also, I'm gonna add to this right now is some corn, okay? And it's frozen corn, so I'm gonna put that right in. All right, so we're gonna have carrots, corn, and broccoli with the beef steak. I bought one steak and I cut it up, and then I'm gonna add the cut up steak. After this is all cooked, I'm gonna take all the vegetables out the frying pan. I'm gonna saute the steak, and then I'm show you how to make teriyaki sauce from scratch. Okay, so let me put this in. I'm going to add this to the carrots. Okay, I added about a cup and a half of corn, or if you're at home, maybe one bag of corn or one little box of corn. Okay. All right, so we're gonna let that cook, and while that's cooking, I'm gonna cut up the broccoli, and then I'll be right back. Thank you. Okay guys, so what I just realized is maybe someone do not know how to cut up a broccoli. Okay, so here's your the broccoli as you see it in the supermarket, right? All right, so you're gonna cut off this stem right here. Okay, cut it off as close as you can to the head. All right, so you cut this off, right? Correct? Okay. So now we have the head. All right, and this is the flowers. We call flowers. This is a flower. If you turn it upside down, see, it looks like a flower. Okay? Let me adjust my camera more. Okay, it looks just like a flower, right? Okay, so you're gonna cut right down the middle, and then you're gonna cut, I cut down the middle, so see, I cut right down there, and so you're gonna see, if I pull it, you can see a flower, see? That's what you wanna take off. You can either pull it off or cut it off. Sometimes you have to cut it off because it's hard. Okay, so just cut each flower off. So you end up with just the flower, okay? So you're gonna do that to each part until you get them all off. Sometimes you have to, if it's all one big piece, you gotta cut through the whole big piece and separate the flowers. All right, so that's how you cut up a broccoli. Okay, so I'm gonna wash that and incorporate that into my frying pan. Okay. All right, so my carrots have been cooking. I haven't seasoned it yet. I just cooked it to get it halfway soft. The corn and carrots is soft enough. I'm gonna take that out and I'm gonna put it in a bowl because I wanna use the same water to cook the broccoli, all right? Now, if you want to cook all your vegetables at one time, go right ahead. So have a way you want to do it. But for me, I find that the carrots need to cook a little longer with the corn than other items. Okay? Okay, when you take it out, if there's some little pieces of corn left in there, don't sweat it. Okay, so this I'm gonna wash. Gonna wash the broccoli. You see? Wait, let me show you. I need to show you this. Oh my goodness. This is a lot for $2. Look at that for $2, huh? 3 little heads and it gave me that much for $2. That's about a pound. I think it was $1.88 a pound. Okay, so when you put it on the scale, if it says $1.88 a pound, make sure it don't go over a pound so that you don't pay more money, right? Because you don't need to pay $3 or $4 to get the same amount of broccoli. Because remember, that bottom part you're not using. I use the bottom part if I'm gonna make like cream of broccoli soup or something like that. Okay, so I rinsed them off. So now we're gonna put it in the same water that we was cooking the carrots and the corn in. Okay, and I'm gonna put my top on, let that steam down. Okay, all right, so after that's done, I'm gonna put it in a bowl with the corn and carrots. And remember, we haven't seasoned it yet, right? Because we're gonna make teriyaki, beef stir-fry teriyaki. And teriyaki is kind of salty. So you don't want to add salt on the vegetables first, because you want to first add the seasoning, the teriyaki sauce, and then taste it and see what else you need to do, okay? All right, so we're kind of working backwards today. All right, so I'm gonna let this broccoli cook and I'll be back. Thank you. Okay, let me get this on the frying pan itself. Wait a minute, here we go. Okay, so we are all finished cooking the broccoli. That's less than 5 minutes. I just want to show you the color. So you see the color is still a bright green. That's how you want your broccoli, because anything else, if it starts turning like a grayish green, it's overcooked, okay? All right, so we're gonna add that to our corn and carrots. So remember, we're making beef teriyaki stir fry. All right, so we already cooked the carrots and the corn, and now we cook the broccoli. So now I gotta cook the beef. So I gotta wash the frying pan out, and then we're gonna cook the beef, okay? Give me a second, I'll be back after I wash the... Okay, I washed the frying pan out. Now we're gonna put some olive oil in the frying pan, and we're gonna saute our meat. So this is one steak that I cut up. It's a sirloin steak. I paid $12 for the steak, okay? So what that means, we're only gonna have that one steak in the stir fry because it's a lot of money for that one steak. Okay? All right. So I'm not gonna season the steak. I'm just gonna put, I'm not gonna put no salt on the steak. I am gonna put some pepper and garlic on it. Okay, because remember, the teriyaki sauce is made from soy sauce, so that means it's already salt. Okay, I'm sorry. That was the pepper, and now I'm gonna put some garlic powder. Okay? Okay. Now, if you want to put more beef in yours, go ahead. By all means. It's your dime, right? But since I paid $12 for one steak, I'm only using the one steak. Now, if you don't want beef, you can do shrimp. If you don't want shrimp, you can do chicken, or you can do pork, or you can just do vegetable stir fry if you don't eat meat, okay? Alternative for everyone, okay? Okay, so we're gonna let that cook a few seconds, and I think what I would like to do is start on the teriyaki sauce. Okay? All right, we'll put the teriyaki sauce in there. Now, you know, sirloin steak, you don't have to cook long. So I would say maybe 5 minutes with this cover on it. Make sure you have the cover on it. That way the steam will get in between and cook it all evenly. All right? Okay. All right. And let's see. Okay, we're gonna do the teriyaki sauce. Teriyaki sauce is made with soy sauce, okay? So we're gonna make that, okay? Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna make this on the next segment, separate it out so that the segment is not so long. And you may wanna use teriyaki sauce on some other dish. You think that's a good idea? No, I don't. I think I should do it on this segment. What about you? Okay? All right, I'm talking to myself. You know I'm not all there, right? Okay, so we're going to do it now. Forget the next segment because I don't want to confuse you because I'm already confused. Okay? All right, we'll do it this time. On this segment. Because I said we're going to make beef teriyaki, so I can't go to another segment. I was just delusional, obviously. Okay, so we got about another minute on that. Let me see if I can get this top off. Okay, the beef is done. I'm We're gonna take this beef, add it on top of the vegetables. Also, you don't have to just do beef. You can do beef and shrimp or beef and chicken. You can mix it up, okay? All right, we want to save this oil that the beef was cooked in because the teriyaki sauce we're going to add to that, all right? I already cut the fire off, so it's not cooking, okay? So, let's see. So, this is 15 fluid ounces, this bottle. All right, so we're gonna, let's say, pour half of that in there. I'm looking on the side for the halfway mark. Okay, so we're halfway, okay? All right. Now, teriyaki sauce is soy sauce, sugar, and water, okay? If you want to spice it up, you can put some crushed peppers or something like that in there. But we're not going to spice it up tonight. I'm getting the brown sugar. Okay, so I have brown sugar. You can put regular sugar. You can put sugar substitute. It's up to you. Okay? The reason why I'm using brown sugar is because, you know, brown sugar caramelizes. So it'll make it thicker. Right? So I'm just going to pour, I don't know. Let's go with a half a cup at first, and let's see what's going on after that. Okay, so we have the brown sugar in here. And what you're looking for is you're going to taste it. You can't really see. Okay? And you know what? I got to add some water. So let's do that. Okay, so I got a 4-ounce cup of water. I'm adding to that. I'm gonna give that a stir. Now I'm gonna taste, see what's going on. Oh. It's salty. So I'm going to put some more sugar in. So now we're going to have a total of a cup of sugar. Okay, and when you taste yours, if you need it sweeter, go ahead and make it sweeter. When you taste it, you shouldn't taste salt. It should be a combination of salt and sweet. You know, like bitter and sweet, you know? Okay, so I'm going to taste it with my new spoon. We're still salty, so let me add a little water. Okay, so all right, so now we're on 2 cups of water. Let me get another spoon. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so for the sake of the recipe, that. Another spoon. For the sake of the recipe, we've added 1 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 cups of water. Okay, and if this is the taste I want, which is not salty and not sweet, you're gonna get an in-between taste. That's the best way I can explain it. Okay, let's taste this. And we added, that's it. So we added the water, the sugar, and the soy sauce. We had a half a bottle of soy sauce. Okay, that's the taste I'm looking for. Now I need to thicken that up with cornstarch. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta find the cornstarch. Okay, so I found the cornstarch. Okay, cornstarch. All right, cornstarch is a thickener, so all it's gonna do is just thicken up the teriyaki sauce. So we're gonna pour off some of the teriyaki sauce. You can pour it into a bowl or cup, whatever you have. You can pour it in. You just need to pour maybe this much. So this is, so if you have a cup, you pour half in the cup. That doesn't really matter. What matter is you're gonna keep putting it in and mixing it until it gets to the thickness you want. Okay, so I put 3 heaping tablespoons in there. Now I'm gonna mix it with my fork. Until this gets thick, sort of like mashed potatoes, because you want this to be real thick because this is thin. So when you mix it together, then you get your thickness that you want, right? Okay, so this is still like a liquid, too thin. I'm gonna put 3 more heaping tablespoons of cornstarch in. Okay. And the reason why I didn't put it directly in my bowl is because if you end up with lumps, you don't want that to be in your final mix, right? Okay, so now we've got a total of 6 heaping tablespoons of cornstarch. So we're gonna mix this in now. Okay, so now we're going to pour this into the frying pan that we had the leftover broth from the beef that we cooked, right? Which was cooked in olive oil. We're going to pour this in. And we're gonna let this cook down, okay? And depending on how that comes out, whether we want to add more cornstarch or not, okay? So cornstarch is, after this heats up really good, it'll start getting thick, so you're gonna need to stir it, okay? And remember, we didn't do any seasoning on our vegetables or on our vegetables. The only thing we put on our meat is some garlic powder and pepper. Okay, so let that cook a little bit. Maybe I'll put the top on it. Get that started. Okay. So while I'm waiting on that, why don't I give you the word of the day? Let's see. So the election is over, and let's just say the show is on. Okay, the Democrats are going to straighten out the president, and the president said he's going to straighten out the Democrats. He said two can play that game. Wow, I thought it was all about working for the people and helping the United States overcome some concerns like health issues and things of that nature. Okay, so please, politicians, let's just don't do tit for tat. Okay, let's really try to get some things done in for the people in the United States, because we are all suffering and we are looking forward to you all for our help. Everybody ran to the poll to put their vote in because they want change. They don't want the fighting and that sort of thing. So I hope you consider that while you all are on the journey of straightening each other out, because after all, what for? What's the point? Huh? Okay, so that's my word on the politics of today. And you tell me, what's your viewpoint? What's your thoughts? Give me a comment, will you? And by all means, have someone to check out this video, share it with them, and give me your comments, okay? All right, so I'm going to adjust the camera back, and we're going to see what's going on with the teriyaki sauce that we're making from scratch, right? Okay, let's see. I'm going to adjust the camera down. Okay. Oh, it's getting thick, very thick. If it gets too thick on your end, add some water. And keep stirring it so that you don't end up with a paste. You want to end up with a nice thick sauce, all right? Okay. Okay, mine is getting really, really thick. Really thick. I need water. Okay. Turning the fire down to number 2 because it's thickening up really fast. Okay, it went from a light brown color to now it's getting back to a dark color. Keep stirring and the thick part will dissolve. For the sake of our conversation, once I put the teriyaki in the pan and it started thickening up, I've now added a total of a cup of water. But you're gonna put yours in little by little and stir it until what the thickness you want is sort of like gravy, okay? Not so thick that it looks like mud, but thick enough to coat the vegetables, okay? And don't worry if you start seeing dark clunks. You will, but just keep stirring it and it'll melt and break back down. Okay? It should look like brown gravy. Okay, now I want to taste it. Oh, it tastes good. All right, so now I'm gonna put my meat and vegetables in. Okay. I'm cleaning up my mess. Okay. So I had my gas on 2, so I'm going to turn it back up to 6 because now I have my vegetables in and I want to get it all to one temperature. We're gonna let that get up to temp, and it will start thickening back up as it gets up to temp. Okay, let's let that cook. Clean up a mess. Okay, so while that's coming up to temp, I have some, let me see. Yeah, I have some rice in the refrigerator that I cooked yesterday. I'm gonna heat this up and put it on a plate. And then we're gonna take a taste, okay? So let me heat this up. Heating that up on a minute. Okay, I'm gonna turn this fire all the way up so it can get started. Okay, I want this to thicken up more. And I want to taste it after I have now added my vegetables to see if I need to add anything else. So I'm gonna grab some vegetables and some sauce and a piece of meat. Okay, let me see. This is just to see what else I need to add. I think I like to add some garlic powder. Okay. And some pepper. I'll mix that in. Oh, it's getting thick. Okay, now, let me see. Okay, so this is some rice that I had cooked yesterday. It has rice and mixed vegetables in it. So I'm gonna add my beef teriyaki right over the top of the rice, okay? All right. Oh, it's thick as we need it to be now. It's like a syrup. Okay, that's how thick you want it. All right, so let me take some out, put on my plate so you can get a visual. Okay, here's what it's looking like. Let me see if I can tilt it a little. Okay, that's beef vegetable teriyaki. How about that, with homemade teriyaki sauce? Aha, that's one for your cookbook. Okay, let's taste it. So I have it over some rice. And let me adjust the camera. Okay. It's hot. Wow. That hits home. Delicious. Really, really good. So you try it, okay? You try making your teriyaki sauce from scratch. I showed you how to do it just now, and incorporate whatever meat you like, whether it's beef, chicken, shrimp, whatever you like. Another dish that you can bring to your table, okay? All right, this is Grandma Ray Don't Play. I already gave you the word of the day. Thank you for stopping by. Share the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. And remember, keep it real. Bye-bye.